Now that we know how the format for the 2020 NHL Draft Lottery will work, it's possible to see if any teams get screwed by the change. Since I'm a Habs fan, naturally I want to see if we got screwed, in terms of the lottery that is, as the lowest team in the play-ins. Hey, I'm Billy from Puck Rivals, and I'm going to discuss whether or not the Habs got screwed at a chance to draft a local phenom in 2020. This year's draft lottery can be seen as very confusing to some, so I'll try to take a shot at explaining it for you before we get into it. So there are 15 teams in the lottery, like normal. This includes the 7 teams that did not qualify for the 2014 play-in round, and 8 placeholder teams called teams A through H. We will not know who teams A through H are until the play-in round is over. On June 26th, so before the play-in games are complete, the league will conduct Phase 1 of the lottery, which is basically the same as any regular draft lottery. The NHL will draw for the first 3 selections. If any of teams A through H are among the top 3 selections, there will be a Phase 2. Phase 2 is set to be held between after the play-ins and before the start of the quarterfinals. All of the teams that lose in the play-ins will then fill out the placeholder teams A through H. If any placeholder team lands in the top 3, all of those teams A through H are entered into Phase 2 and all have an equal 12.5% chance of getting that spot that landed in the top 3. So I tried my best at explaining it there, but we're going to go through an example with the Montreal Canadiens to maybe make it a little bit more clear. So let's say the NHL conducts Phase 1 of the lottery, and the winning teams are as follows. Detroit gets the first pick, Ottawa gets the second pick, and Team C gets the third pick. Since a placeholder team won one of the selections, Phase 2 of the lottery will be necessary. So fast forward to Phase 2, and let's say all of the lower seeds lose the play-in round. This means that Montreal, Columbus, Florida, New York Rangers, Winnipeg, Chicago, Minnesota, and Arizona will all be entered into a lottery for that third overall pick, and they each have a 12.5% chance of landing that pick. So let's say they do the lottery, and let's say Winnipeg wins it. Then the remaining teams would fill out selections 9 to 15 by point percentage. This would end up with Montreal selecting 9th overall. So how does this affect the Habs? Originally, we had a 6% chance of winning the first overall selection. With this format, Bettman explained that each placeholder team would have a 3% chance. So assuming they lose to Pittsburgh, our odds are cut in half at drafting first overall, the highest drop in odds at drafting first overall out of any team. Also, Montreal, who finished 24th, essentially has the same odds of getting a top 3 selection as teams that were going to be likely playoff bound anyways, such as Pittsburgh or Edmonton. Overall, I don't think the situation is really that bad for the Habs. They do suffer the largest drop in odds for the lottery, but at the same time, they have a shot at playoff hockey that they had no business being a part of. Even if they lose to Pittsburgh, the lowest they could draft is 11th overall, and the highest they could draft is still 1st overall, which could have happened with a regular lottery anyways. And if they do beat Pittsburgh, nobody can complain about making the playoffs with a 500-point percentage and 19 regulation wins. That wraps things up for now. Let me know what you think of the lottery system this year, and if you think your team got screwed or benefits from it. If you like hockey videos, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe, because that's what we do around here. See you next time.